the daily news bulletins of the day. Every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories this evening, let's have a look at what's happening in the headlines tonight. In the headlines tonight, Uganda Advanced Certificate of Examinations commences in all sitting centers. St. Paul Church of Uganda Kisenje holds a fundraising drive to support youths. And in sports, Alpha Rising Stars silences Arua City FC in iconic derby. This and more in the Nowcast News Bulletin. It's the 11th of November 2024. You're most welcome, viewers, to the Nowcast on West Nile Television. Let's dive straight into the stories that have made headlines today. Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education examinations officially commenced today on the 11th of November 2024 in the different sitting centers across the country, with Arua having all 13 sitting centers, with Mvara Secondary School being among the traditional and iconic sitting centers, with 60 female candidates and 140 male candidates, totaling up to 200 candidates. Take a look.
11th of November 2024 marks the official commencement of Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education and the Uganda National Examination Board across different sitting centers in Uganda. In Greater Arua, the exams have commenced in all the 13 sitting centers, with Mvara Secondary School being among the traditional and the iconic sitting centers, with 60 female candidates and 140 male candidates, totaling to 200 candidates. Matwaili Akimonyiga, head teacher Mvara Secondary School, who doubles as the area supervisor for Greater Arua, highlights the public on how they have been preparing these candidates for the exams and hopes for the best result. More so being the area supervisor, he highlights on the whole process.
So today marks the time when we started our exams with the mathematics and history. Then tomorrow morning we shall have economics and chemistry. And these exams will end on 6th of December with the actual fine art. During the process of preparations, we organize for them workshops, seminars, tours in the various subjects. And then we also use the resource persons to guide them in the area of question approach. And then also as a school, we are hopeful that with the work the teachers have done, we expect a better result from them when the final results will be released. So now, apart from Mvara Secondary School, also a brief comment I can give is as area supervisor, we received all the material exams for this week, and we are really confident that they will continue on normally. And then UNEP was able to deploy the scouts and then also field officers who have come to monitor the exercise of exams in this region of West Nile.
He further urges the public to provide conducive environment to the candidates at this period and appeals to the stakeholders to desist from malpractice.
My appeal to the public is that please, our public, our communities, let us support the ongoing exams. Let's provide conducive environment for our candidates. And then to our center supervisors, please let's make sure all candidates who have registered for these exams are allowed to do their exams. Where there are any challenges, it is good to consult so that we don't have problem that may cause our centers to be affected. Above all, we want to appeal that as a region, as a Arua City, let us desist from any form of malpractice, because it is not good. You have done your part in teaching these children. If somebody has not done his part or her part, let us leave to them.
Meanwhile, some of the candidates at Mvara Secondary School have expressed their gratitude as the exam's official kickstarts, therefore hoping for the best in the results.
Your neighbor started today. We are so excited because this is the day we have been waiting for. And we have been preparing, and we have prepared enough because all in all we had seminars, we had lessons, all sorts of practice. So we are kind of ready. We are truly ready, and come next year we're going to make the results better than the one of last year, because last year we are the best, and this year we are surely going to be the best.
We are just on the process going on, so the public will be expecting more and more this year, since last year we did the best. So we are yet trying to keep it on, and I promise we are going to make it better and better than that one of last year. The last 2 years the studies has been so fine that even we have enough teachers to take us through all that is needed. We had enough seminars such that there is nothing that can prevent us from getting all the A's that we need.
Total of 200 candidates have registered in Mbarasine Secondary School in this year's USCE exams. Meanwhile, the whole of Arua City has 792 candidates sitting in 14 centers, and this exam started today, 11th of November, with history and mathematics, and shall climax on 6th of December 2024 with fine art. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television NILE Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. 12 million shillings was raised during the fundraising drive to support the youths in St. Paul's Church of Uganda, Kisenje, Parombo Town Parish. Take a look.
As the church's growth sparked a need for expansion, St. Paul Church of Uganda, Kisenge held a major fundraising drive to support youths. During the fundraising held over the weekend at St. Paul Church of Uganda, Kisenge, Parombotan Parish, Mr. Innocent Ajoga, Chairperson Central Organizing Committee of the fundraising, said giving back to the community is paramount, especially youths in the church, to bring them together. Ajoga added that the church reaches major fundraising milestones for development.
Parish mi Parombo Town Parish zo Piero Lembanyonga wako so kama jam dwalo jai wanwango ni alari ringo umakwasa hiyo minuango jam dwal enu tita lemba shell muke toyero nyetindo pa mungu pinga kara shell umak shingo kara dwan mungu utundi bang nyetindo pare wako asu kama kwa shikuma eni wani kanisa dong jolongo le itown woti level mitown wanwango ni kama kwa pero di ko oti kwa ko dwal ma mashalo mande jakeru shako ko no no eromo rombo iwadongo ngo.
Honorable Emmanuel Romi, Nebi District Chairperson, encouraged the believers to have the spirit of faith and perseverance in serving God.
Case studies. Yes, system ujayanda. Dok St. Paul awoto iwokosele futakario makachu bino kama.
Right Reverend Ponso Zelawinju, the Bishop of Nebi Anglican Diocese, who was the main celebrant, applauded the community of Parombo for supporting the work of God with their wealth and materials. The Bishop equally urged elected leaders to be obedient to God as they serve the people who elected them into powers.
Ajiku kuwachu kumae achidikon Kodano mit Parombo Pinya yomi kumu Ubilu mako shinga eto mako shinga anba Umako shinga Awinju la por mukumanya beber Kacha milio na par wawulwa gile wada kade ya Washparania kune bedmi politics Ngatikai wachania sende parachado shwalo.
Over 12 million shillings was raised during the fundraising to support the youths in the church. This showcases the power of community and faith in achieving a common goal. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. Students of St. Mary's Assumpta Girls Pakele Parish in Adjumani District have been skilled and exposed to the digital era, specifically in accelerating digital learning through e-learning to ease access to digital learning materials for free. Take a look.
Since the launch of digital learning at St. Mary's Assumpta Girls Pakele in Adjumani District in 2023, UNICEF, in partnership with Airtel, aim to skill and expose students to digital era, specifically in accelerating digital learning through e-learning to ease access to digital learning materials for free. Speaking to journalists on 9th November 2024 at St. Mary's Assumpta Girls Senior Secondary School in Adjumani District in a follow-up on the progress, William Edong, Territory Business Manager, Airtel, gave the overview of the project, adding that they have entered into partnership with UNICEF at Africa level with major aim of skilling learners to digital space. He said in the partnership they have identified platforms for the beneficiaries to access digital learning and said they are planning more learners to benefit in the digital learning program by 2025, averagely to beat over 500 from 200 as per number of beneficiaries.
You're aware that Airtel leads in the digital space as far as learning and supporting other initiatives are concerned. So the beneficiaries for the project was us, or were the students rather, but we as Airtel, with the support and partnership from UNICEF, decided that we come and provide a platform under which the learners at Assumpta SS would benefit from. And so we are in over 13 countries in Africa or in the world, but particularly in Uganda, we have partnership in over 120 schools, and our projection by 2025 is to have over 500 schools.
Magdalena Aduagarang, a student of Senior 3 class St. Mary's Assumpta Girls Pakele, underscored the relevance of using internet, adding that through the digital learning she has been in position to guide herself while planning for her future career and also provide tips for lessons since the internet is free.
By the time I joined Senior 1, I could hear about careers, but in school, here in school we have the career guidance and counseling. So with the help of internet, I'm able to know, I'm having the desire of becoming a petroleum engineer in future. So with this internet of ours in the school, I'm able to know that petroleum engineering is a field of engineering concerned with activities of production of hydrocarbons. It can either be a crude oil or natural gas. I'm also able to know that petroleum engineering requires a good knowledge, and disciplines such as geophysics, petroleum geology, information evaluation, and then drilling, among others. I'm also able to know that a petroleum engineer is somebody who can be specialized in exploration, extraction, and production of hydrocarbons, which can either be oil or natural gas.
Opono Alex, the head of ICT in the institution, said through the internet, teachers are able to do research vastly and set questions to learners in line with the topics they teach. He, however, highlighted the challenges they face, adding that when integrating ICT and computer education into the country, they realized there is lack of infrastructure development, hence low yield.
But without internet access, it is very hard for you to simulate or to bring anything outside. Like if a teacher is teaching about rainforest, most of these teachers, they come here and they research about those kind of forests, those kind of activities. They take either a video, they take either a photo, then they take it to the class, or they send the learners to the lab here so that they can get more and learn more about what is being required of them in the learner's book. And not only that, we have some trainings which are being conducted, especially in this lab of ours. Of recent, the USIP training was there, which demands teachers to know more about how to set like online questions.
Paul Ambako Bryan, economics teacher at the school, briefly related the importance of ICT in teaching economics, adding that it will help to develop more strong relation in with outside skills such as illustrating the national budget to the students.
We have seen subjects like economics, they deal in various things that run within the country. And we also use this opportunity to let them focus on discussions that the country has in their economy. For example, displaying for them the national budget so that they follow in exactly what is happening in outside the country and what they are being taught in school.
Reverend Sister Abio Rebecca, the head mistress of St. Mary's Assumpta Girls Pakle, said through the internet her teachers have done extensive research which has largely increased performance in academics of the school. She said the internet was only installed in her school in the entire region.
Usually in 2022, we came in partnership with Airtel and UNICEF. We had a number of Zoom meetings that has culminated into a bigger function, which is the launch. So in 2023, that was last year, in March, we had the launch of e-learning Africa, because it was an international Zoom meetings we are having with partners, Airtel Africa, UNICEF Africa, not Uganda. So we had that launch, and in Uganda, it was centered in St. Mary's Assumpta Girls Secondary School. We are connected together with St. Mary's Kitende in Kampala. So that day, in March, that day, it was all over Africa that this e-learning, digital e-learning was launched. And we had a number of dignitaries. The Minister of Education and Sports was represented by a commissioner from Secondary Department.
Mercy Draru, Onjima Alan reporting for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Welcome back from the weekend. Today is already Monday, fresh week, 11th of November, and the year is 2024. In front of the lens is Miora Kubenson Pastore. Whenever you see me like this, know that I am coming to give you updates of what is happening in the world of sports. Over the weekend, we had so many dramatic encounters, both in Ugandan sports and also internationally. But as usual, let's kickstart everything with what is happening within the region of West Nile, more especially the league, which is currently going on. I am talking about West Nile Regional League, both Nyagaki Zone and Nile Zone. But let's start, let's open our chapter with how things transpired in Nyagaki Zone. Of course, there was a very big encounter between Nebisendro and Paida United, one of the greatest derbies we have in Greater Alu region as far as West Nile Regional League is concerned. And in the process, it went into the hands of Nebisendro after edging out Paida United by 2-1. And the win, they grabbed up against Paida United, has changed their position. Now they are third on the log. Let's take a look at the details of how things transpired in that particular encounter.
Excitement filled the air as a home team Navy Central Football Club faced off their rival by the United FC in the West Nile Regional League. Over the weekend during the Regional League between Navy Central FC and Paida United FC at Low Ground Navy, Ganasho Navy Central FC player scored a goal in the first half minute, sealing the win. Jeff Torinywa, technical director Navy Central Football Club, after the game said the victory has come timely as Nibi Central FC was defeated in their previous game with Padea Rising FC.
This is our third game of the season. We won the first one massively, 6-0 of Sony. We went and lost to Padea Rising Stars. So we cannot afford to lose this as the third game. And you can tell that every team is very tough, very strong, at least for these are tough days. Beginning of the season, you don't want to lose. So you can see how tough the season is promising to be. But having had new players playing the league for the first time, we are going to progress. We are going to gel going forward. I have no doubt this team, we have assembled a good team. They will mature through the game and we shall be a good team to reckon with.
Harrison Obegiu, the public relations officer by the United Sports Club, conceded a defeat and blamed the match officials for being biased in the game. He is optimistic that this result will make them strong in the next coming game.
And of course, we all know that this is a team that was founded in 2017. Young as we are, we have played regional league a couple of times now. And of course, currently on the table, we are fourth and Navy Central is fifth. And that makes it even more lively in as far as going into this game is concerned. However, we still wait to see what comes. I have won 2 games as by the United. My first, one game I drew in Arua and I won in China. And whatever comes out of today, I'll be excitedly waiting for what God has actually given me. But however, my team is ready. In as far as this game is concerned, we are going to attack, counter-attack, and attack until I get a goal out of that.
The game ended 2-1 in favor of Nebi Central FC. Alpha Rising Stars FC is leading Nyagak Zone with 9 points, NILE Hippo with 7 points, Nebi Central with 6 points, and Paida United is in the 6th position with 4 points. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Still continuing with the stories that happened over the weekend in West Nile Regional League and keeping the pace within Nyagak Zone, there was also a very big encounter in an iconic derby in Arua City as Alpha Rising Stars played with the Arua City Council Football Club. In that process, the bragging rights also went into the hands of border side, that's Alpha Rising Stars, after edging Arua City Council by 2-1. Let's take a look at the story. Alpha Rising Stars wins all the bragging rights in what is termed as the biggest derby in Arua City as far as the regional league is concerned. The 2 iconic sides met over the weekend, in which Alpha Rising Stars scored 2 quick goals in the first stanza of the game before Arua City Council Football Club came up with a consolation goal in the second stanza, making Alpha to earn a 2-1 win over them at Police Ground. The head coach and team captain for Alpha Rising Stars all expressed their gratitude for the win and hopes to continue giving the best for the club in terms of picking positive results.
My name is Olema Hamza, the head coach of Alpha Lia. I'm very happy for today's win. My boys worked very hard. And I don't praise myself. I work in football fraternity because we need to change things. In Lia, we work hard. Because I told them any away game we are going to approach it positively. Because me, I don't want this issue of blame games. I'm very, very happy for my boys for doing that one positively. For the community in Arua, 3 games in a row, win-win, with 2 goals ahead. Alhamdulillah, I'm happy.
Just something that we are doing currently, how we have to prepare ourselves. If I'm to speak about the game, we tried to manage the game, though it was a bit intense. We got some challenges also. Was almost go to the group and luckily compact ourselves, focused and managed to win the game. And then, like you say about the incoming games, yeah, we are still going to take some break, for 2 days, then resume because we have Tuesday away from the cup. So still have to continue and prepare prepare, because this game also we got some talent whereby we also go and work on where we feel like there was a weakness, because we got to see how we played. At least we got some weak challenges in some positions, so whereby we have to go and work on it.
Similarly, the head coach and team captain for Rose City have highlighted the reasons that made them to pick the defeat, but hope to re-energize in the upcoming encounter.
My name is Awatiku Ron, coach of Rose City Football Club. We've been playing this game, we've lost it, definitely at home. That was an unfortunate part of it, but the display was okay, the boys played well. It was only that our defenders could not really contain it, so that's why we were banged 2 quick balls, which disorganized us in the first half. We hope next game it's going to be better. We shall be ready for the next game.
According to the game was absolutely fair play. Then we have our chances, only that we didn't utilize it well. So the best team wins. So I think that's all.
The win for Alpha Rising Stars over Rose City Council Football Club still keeps their 100% start to the new season and keeps them on top with 9 points, whereas the defeat was the first for Rose City, having drawn back-to-back games, and they have dropped in the relegation zone. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, NILE Sports. Still keeping the tap within the region and talking about West Nile Region League, this time driving away from Nyagaki Zone to Nile Zone. Also yesterday, there was a dramatic encounter down in Koboko Municipality between Odamachaku Central Football Club and Nyagilia Super Eagles, and they played 6 goals thriller. The game ended 3-3. 2 goals were scored in the first stanza, and the rest of the goals, 4 goals, were scored in the second stanza. Let's first take a look at how things also happened in that zone. Odamachaku Central Football Club and Nyangira Super Eagles played into 6 goals thriller in one of the 10th games of West Nile Regional League played at Nyangira SS playing ground in Nile Zone. The 3-all draw saw the 2 goals being produced in first stanza, whereas majority of the goals came in the second stanza of the game. The dramatic encounter saw fans from the both sides pouring in numbers to cheer their teams. The head coach and team captain for the Odamachaku Central Football Club says they are good to go with the result on the table, much as their expectations were beyond.
It was a very, very tough game. It was a very difficult game, as everybody can see. We managed to at least get a point. It wasn't an easy game. It was, if it was not because of some factors, we should have won the game. But all in all, since it's a football, so we managed to pick 1 point. Our next game is going to be away on Tuesday in Uganda Cup. Then before us playing also in league on weekend Saturday, we shall move to play in the Hospa.
The sisters around they seem to be so great when it is playing. Still gets ready card. The coach gets ready card. It's true, that's $1 million questions looking at what you encouraging my fans. You just believe in the table. And it's when today if you play you still get the table.
Meanwhile, Adiga Morris, the head coach for Nyangira Super Eagles, says in football anything is possible, therefore has to go with what has happened.
Everything happens because the opponents competed in the but getting a draw against them is a normal thing. But I think we have done a better thing. We have done better. But that's not the end. It's a league. It's a long season. It's next week.
Tumbuga, the field commander of the day, says it was indeed enjoyable game.
It was so interesting, enjoyable match. 2 teams participated very well and so enjoyable. The fans of Odamachaku, they were so enjoyable to enjoy that game.
The draw leaves Odamachaku Central at number 7 on the log with 4 points, whereas Nyangira Super Eagles stays at number 2 with 7 points, and the next across the region is the upcoming Stanbic Uganda Cup, happening in the midweek before the bounce back of the league over the weekend. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, NILE Sports. Now summarizing the current status of the league, both Nile Zone and Nyagak Zone, because those were not the only teams that played over the weekend. Now taking a look at the results that are in front of me here, as you had said, Arua City were 2-1 losers into the hands of Alpha Rising Stars. Nile Hippos were 1-0 winners over Padia Rising Stars, with Ajuman Town Council playing out a barren draw with Araka. Yumbe Hotspur were 0-0 winners over Androvu. These were the games played on Friday. Then on Saturday, Kluva Rainbow were 2-1 winners over Pakwati Youngsters, with Parombo Mission being edged narrowed by Arua Airfield by 1-0. Meanwhile, for Total, they had an impressive win over the team of BK City, beating them by 3-0. And the last game that was played on Saturday was between Koboko Rising Stars and Tipsa in Koboko Derby. In the process, Koboko Rising Stars edged out Tipsa by 1-0. And then yesterday, Nebi Central were 2-1 winners over Paida United, as the story has ran. Meanwhile, for Kolo Central, they ran riot over Visoni, demolishing them by 4-0. Kokoro United, we are 3-1 winners over Coach Urban down at Boma Ground in Yumbe. For Nyangilia, they played into a 3-all draw with the team of Odamachako Central. Now highlighting the table standing, starting with the Nyagak Zone. On top is Alpha, 3 games, winning all of them. They have 9 points. Second on the log is Nile Hippos with 7 points. Third on the log is Nebisendo with 6 points. And the team that completes top 4 is the team of Kluva Rainbow, also with 6 points. Down in the relegation zone at number 9 is Padia Rising Stars with 3 points. Arua Field is at number 10 with 3 points. And then at number 11 is Arua City with 2 points. And last team is of Sony Central with only a point. They are the rock bottom team in Nyagak Zone. And now shifting our attention to the table standing of Nile Zone. On top is the team of Nyangilia Super Eagles. Nyangilia Super Eagles, they are the ones leading the race. Not Nyangilia Super Eagles, rather Juman Town Council Football Club. They are the ones leading the race with 7 points, being followed by Nyangilia Super Eagles also with 7 points. Third on the log is Okokoro United with 6 points, and the team that completes top 4 is the team of Total with 6 points. Down in the relegation zone at number 9 is Barakala City with 4 points. Yumbe Hotspurs rather, they are at number 10 with 3 points, and we have got Coach Urban and Androvo. These two teams are yet to find a point as far as the ongoing season of West Nile Regional League of Nile Zone is concerned. Why don't we then turn our attention to Bet Power FUFA Big League, whereby we also had encounters over the weekend with Calvary yesterday beating Arua Hill by 2-0. Meanwhile, for Blacks Power, they edged out Tigez Homeboys by 1-0. Boma settled for 1-all draw with the team of Chinda Boys. Meanwhile, for Ondoparaka, they played into a 0-0 draw with the team of Busoga, a barren draw. For Ontugaseze, they played also 1-1 draw with the team of Buima. And for Kataka, they were 0-0 winners over Karo Karunzi. Now, people outside there will want to know how the shape of the table as log is looking like. On top is Lira Bay's side called Blacks Power with the 13 points. Second is Bomoso with 13 points. And the team that completes top 3, surprisingly, is the team of Calvary with 10 points out of the 5 games they have so far played. Down in the relegation zone, we have gone to Kaseze with 5 points. Busoga with only 4 points. Arua Hill Sports Club with 4 points. And rock bottom team is the team of Maida. Let's now go to the father of Uganda League. I'm talking about Star Times Uganda Premier League. Yesterday, Mbale Heroes played into a barren draw with the team of Bull. And then Saturday, there was a very big encounter, giant affair, giant clash between Vipers and Kasasiro Boys. They had to share the spoils. The game ended 1-1. But before the encounter, there was one game played in the early kickoff between Maroons and URA. In the process, Maroons were 2-1 winners over URA. If I don't talk about English Premier League, I've already committed a crime. That means right time for us to talk about how things transpired in Europe with 4 games being played yesterday. Manchester United had an impressive win over Leicester City, demolishing them by 3-0, with Chelsea having a 1-all draw with the team of Arsenal, and Spurs being beaten by the team of Ipswich Town. And then on Saturday, the misery still keeps on piling on the team of Manchester City as they are again losing into the hands of Brighton and Hove Albion by 2-1. For Brentford, there were 3-2 winners over Bournemouth. Meanwhile, for West Ham, they had to settle for 0-0 draw with the team of Everton. Wolves picking their first win of the season, beating aside the team of Southampton by 2-0. For Liverpool, they also had the same score scoreline against Aston Villa, beating them by 2-0. And lastly, Fulham did beat Crystal Palace by 2-0, and Crystal Palace had red card. Now looking at the top of the table, Liverpool is leading the table with 28 points. Manchester City is at number 2 with 23 points. And the team which is at number 3 is Chelsea with 19 points, and also Arsenal sitting at number 4 with 19 points. It's only the goal difference separating the two sides. Chelsea having positive 8 and the team of Arsenal having positive 6. What about down in the relegation zone? Teams like Crystal Palace, teams like Wolves, and lastly Southampton. Southampton, they are the ones down in the relegation zone. And in La Liga, Real Madrid had a big win over Osasuna, demolishing them by 4-0. Surprisingly, yesterday night, Barcelona at San Mamés were edged by 1-0 by Real Sociedad. And in Italian Serie A, Napoli settled for 1-1 draw with the team of Inter Milan in giant affair. For the team of Lazio Roma, of course, won their game, and Roma were beaten by the team of Bologna by 3-2. Juventus were 2-0 winners over the team of Torino. Meanwhile, for AC Milan, they had to share the spoil with the Cagliari, which ended 3-3 there. Meanwhile, for Bayern Munich, they had a narrow win in German Bundesliga over the team of St. Pauli, which ended by 1-0. Bochum had to tie out Bayer Leverkusen 1-1, and the team of Dortmund again losing into the hands of Mainz. That one brings us to the end of today's edition of NILE Sports News. It has been me, Benson Pastore, doing it for you. We'll link up again tomorrow, still for the same segment of NILE Sports, which continues to be under the biggest of it, called NILE News. Have the best of your night.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. Viewers, we have come to the end of the Nilecast, only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that will follow. My name remains Okumaringa Christine. Have a good evening.